this one I'm wondering. I'm wondering, how is the chat already going? You see the chat already going?
Yeah, it said I've been in the show for a minute.
How?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, y'all. Obviously, y'all see we doing new shit. So you know what I'm saying. Definitely bear with us. Bear with us as we doing new shit. Got a lot of new things coming up for y'all. Since we're not gonna use the computer, I'm just gonna go ahead and download this shit as we go. But today's show, y'all know how we do. Every Thursday night, politicking with um, Bobby Bomani, and this week we had a live stream this week, and someone got inspired. Someone got inspired to do something instead of just talking and all this shit like that. Nigga said, I want to do something. So I bring y'all Bobby Cash. Shout out to Birmingham in the building. Bobby Cash got an announcement he want to make. So before we start the show, I'm gonna let Bobby speak to the people about what he got for y'all.
So basically, what it is on social media through black people I see on the street, they want to know how to build Black Wall Street back. Well, the first thing y'all need to learn is economics. Well, let me start off genuinely. I'm speaking to those who do not understand how to get started. I'm not speaking to everybody, so I'll sound disrespectful. But 50 of you can get one of these are called add-on shares. 250. If you get 50 of these, that's $500,000 within 5 years if you let it sit. That's asset money you can put with anything you want to. You can dividend up, you can split it, you can do whatever you want to. But if you guys are looking for a real way back, you have to learn what trust is, you have to learn what economic wealth is, and you also have to learn what being black is. That's a $1.5 trillion business you have no assets in, but you're walking around every day spending towards it. So if
Mm.
anybody can follow the three S's, I can match you 125. These shits is nothing but 250. Literally. You're $250 away from starting a business. That's how simple it is.
Mm.
So if anybody want to follow the three S's just so I know you stand on your shit, I'll go in with you. All you gotta do is talk to me. I don't need no money from you. You don't need no money from me. That's technically
So,
what I'm
so,
saying.
so you're saying that if someone has a business plan, what are the other requirements they have to have in order to, pretty much go into business with you?
So you have to have a whole blueprint. You can't just come to me and be like, I got 125, let's go and have. You got to let me know from the alchemy of whatever you're learning down to the roots of where it started on what you want to know. No matter if it's gaming, clothing, unlearning and relearning, which is something you go around teaching your people about the kings and queens, stuff like the 12 tribes of Judah, most of us being native and not African or African native and stuff of that nature. That means you have money besides going to work paycheck to paycheck. Shit, if you want to pay your bills, you can use the dividends out of it to pay your bills with. It's basically something to keep you going with. So don't come to me with like, okay, I got this, and don't have no printout, don't have no plan, don't have no resources, because I can't be your only resource. You can't be your only resource. You cannot do this shit by yourself. Like
Mm.
literally, you're not gonna be. I'm being for real. People be like, I'm gonna be a boss. Well, that's where you fucking up, because bosses want people to work for them. You gotta build other leaders so everybody can be a resource, because somebody's gonna fall. Because every field is not skilled out for everybody to keep making it constantly in like fluidity. Like fluidity is not key right now because of the way politics and economics is going. So have a
Mm.
full plan. Know how much your budget needs to be. Know how much you got to put into it. Know how much you will make. Know how much you need to market your stuff as, because that's what people want to hear. They're not gonna hear no stuff like, "Well, I think I want $20. I think I want $10 for this. I think I want $5 for that." As soon as they hear that, I think, they already know in their mind that you're not set. You're not ready to go. So they're gonna take you as a joke. You might not look like a joke, but they're gonna take you as a joke. So if you want Black Wall Street to be back, it's easy. You have to do the work though. You have to section off. You know how intelligent you guys are? Okay, let me tell you something about you guys you don't know. You have over 400 million styles within your body. These people study you every day. And every time you
Mm.
get irritated that they study your dances, you change automatically and you don't even know how. You just change. That's an intelligence. That's the fluidity of intelligence you have no money on, and your mind is the key. So they're getting paid off everything that you do, everything that you think, everything that you sit around and have fun with. They're getting paid when you have no money at all. Literally.
That's a fact.
And we just got Bobby Bomani in. And the reason why I definitely wanted to bring Bobby Cash in is because he talking about action.
Yes, sir.
The main reason I fuck with Bobby Bomani so heavy is because that nigga is about action. And so when I got somebody telling me behind the scene, hey man, I got money on the table for black investors. If they have their shit together, I'm willing to go half in with strangers. I got to bring them up. I have to bring them up. And I wanted to get this out at the beginning of the show so that, you know, that can be spoken about. So if people want to get in contact with you for this offer that you have, how do they get in contact with you?
You can hit me up at Bobby L Cash on Facebook. I have a TikTok that can show you everything that I'm into. TikTok at Red Rabbit 62. You can hit me up at Instagram at Red Rabbit Hole. IG at Red Rabbit Hole. And the Facebook again is Bobby L Cash. Instagram Red Rabbit Hole. TikTok TikTok is Red Rabbit 62.
Prof. OG. I got a full business plan right now where you have your man right here. So the connection is made. The time for talking is done. If you're not offering something tangible, go to the White House and talk. At this point, I need people who are actually talking about, I got my shit together. I got something to offer. And I don't mind sharing the platform. So, Bobby, I definitely appreciate you for coming. Let me see if you can add something to this conversation. Bobby Bomani has just walked in the building. And, Bobby, I think this is a very important episode of Politicking with Bobby because of the fact that we don't have a president right now. And a lot of people are talking about black leadership. A lot of people are talking about not having no guidance. On that live we did the other day, people even talked about why aren't the gangs stepping up to protect our neighborhood? So it's a lot of chaos right now and more to come. And I really do think we need some wise words and some words that we can act on. So I definitely think this is a very important week of having you on. So just without further ado, what you got for us this week?
All right, well, Bobby pretty much put a plan on the table that sits right on top of the foundation I'm about to create. So I already told you today I want to launch Community Link. So we'll talk about Community Link, how we're going to launch it. I'm going to get out. I'm going to fly out to the city. We designate. We're going to build it. But it's a foundational program. It's just to bring us together to do exactly what Bobby just said, to invest in our entrepreneurs. There are so many entrepreneurs we got in our communities who will be like, man, I got 5 workers right now. If people just pitched in, I can blow that up to 25 overnight. You know what I mean? That's 20 extra jobs right there in our community. So, yeah, man, Bobby's on point, man. I'm down to work with you, brother. I got money. I got whatever we need. That's Bobby.
That what's up. Shout out to TD Hip Hop Media. He was my first political introduction. He break down politics in a way that regular street niggas can understand it. And those people are so important. We as niggas in the street don't want to hear that fucking nobody talking no legalese. We want to hear it as it is. And TD Hip Hop Media, Tony Delarmy was the first person I heard talking regular talk to where a regular average Joe could understand it. So shout out to TD Hip Hop Media. But he said black leadership died decades ago. What's up with that, man? Like, is that a strike at us, or is that what it is? Bobby, how you feel about that?
That's what it is. I mean, no more fathers in the home. We've been attacked on all sides. my philosophy on life is I don't have problems, I have solutions. You know, we can sit up here and cry about the problems all day long, not gonna get us too far. So we just gotta fix it. So that's why we're about to build community link. That's why we're about to show our people how to take over your local government. You know what I mean? Right now, everybody's scared of what's going on in office. There's a couple things with that. We're perfectly fine right now. You know, no problems. Even if Trump isn't reelected, the Congress is split and the Senate is split. Those checks and balances are for a very specific reason. And so no agenda can be just forced up our federal government and down our throats. The power's in the state. You know what I mean? So what the socialists are trying to do, and hey, all socialists, no hate. I'm with y'all. Talk to me. We on the same page. I'll show you what's up. Go for it.
Just so we, like I said, man, a lot of us who sleep during world history. What is a socialist?
A socialist is someone who wants to, like I want to do, bring the community together and have us work together as one. But socialism as a government, as a political party, that's when you make the federal government do that. So now, instead of you coming to the table saying, like Bobby said, hey, I'm willing to work with whoever want to work with me, talk to me. The government comes in and says, hey, Bobby, I'm going to take all your money and I'm going to distribute it out the way it's supposed to be distributed out, and I'm going to take over everything. That's the problem with socialism, is whenever you give the government all that power, the people in government, they always become corrupt, and they take that money, use it how they want to, and they abuse the people. So we're not going down that route.
So what's the difference between socialism and communism?
Same exact thing. Socialism is a gateway drug to communism. Socialism is when the government says, okay, we'll take care of everything. We'll take over all industries. We'll do what we want. We'll help everybody out. And you still have somewhat of a political party, even though it's only one party, as opposed to Democrat and Republicans. It'd just be one party fighting to turn the nation into what they want to turn it into. Once we go communist, that's when we have a dictator. That's when it is no talking.
Okay. Dictator. Okay, yeah. Like a tyrant, like a tyrannical. Yeah.
Hitler was a part of the German Socialist Party. He was a socialist. Once he got power, he became a communist. That's how it always works. They start off as socialists, saying, "Oh, we're gonna create these social programs for you guys, and we're gonna take all the money and make sure that nobody's poor." And then once you give them that power, you know how men do, and then they become communists and take everything.
Oh, okay. So you saying giving all the responsibility on the government, like the government gonna make sure we not poor.
Yes,
they gonna
sir.
take. So that okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, and that's why we have our checks and balances over here so that you can't. Okay, all right. Also, for those who may be just getting on to what we do every Thursday night, we go live. This show is called Politicking with Bobby. We do it every Thursday. We're here with Bobby Bomani. He has a playlist on his YouTube channel called Pure Power, where all of this stuff is broke down in detail. What we do here every Thursday night, we sit here for a couple minutes, we speak. You see if you like what he talk about. If you like it, you go to his YouTube channel, you check out the playlist, and you really speak to him. We not in this motherfucker just talking no more. We trying to get shit handled. This is why I brought in somebody, an investor who's ready to invest in anybody who has a legitimate, if I'm correct, a legitimate business plan. And that's what Bobby Cash is here for. Bobby, how do you feel about where we're at right now without having a president?
Well, technically, it's the best time for those who are considered black to take over. If you want to make your way into the political field, since skills are over degrees now. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And I guess I didn't say it. The playlist on his channel is called Pure Power. His YouTube channel is called Bobby Bomani. If you want to get in contact with him, go to the YouTube channel. Bobby, do you have an Instagram and not a Facebook, right?
I have a Facebook too. It's all Bobby Bomani. I just don't use them too much, but yeah, I'm there.
If you want to get in contact with him personally, please don't, ask them questions if you have any questions about something serious, but don't just go over there playing. These are real men who are ready to put money behind real shit that we're doing. So please don't play the fuck around. But we're trying to get you to see, go to that playlist on his channel, Pure Power, to get a detailed idea of what he's actually talking about. What we do here, we do an overview, see where his mind is at, so you can see where his mind is at. But this community link thing he's talking about is a very detailed plan. It's not to all be explained right here. It's for you to go and actually research it. Let's handle business. Go ahead, Bobby. Bobby Bomani, go ahead.
Sorry about that.
On that same vein, after I explain community link and how it works, I'm going to give you guys a new email address. I'm pretty sure it's going to be questions for Bobby. But anything I say, anything you're skeptical about, question it. You know, I don't want you to believe anything I say. I have proof for literally everything I say. I want socialists. I want Black Lives Matter. I want pro-guns. I want anti-gun. I want pro-abortion, anti-abortion, Democrat, Republican. Don't matter who you are. What's going to bring us together are facts. I'm not dealing in feelings. I'm not telling you what I believe or what I think. I'm telling you what I know. If you don't believe me, I'll give you the evidence and we'll go from there. But we'll talk about that later, but we'll get into it.
Go ahead, Cash.
Shit. What I gotta add to it is I need everybody who wants to be in a political stance. You have a lot of people who have degrees now with nothing to do with them, who went to school for years. You need to put those people in the power of authority right now. Those are the resources. Those are the children who grew up with 2-parent homes, who have like the benefit accounts and like social welfare not social welfare, but like trust fund benefits. Why don't you help those with the social welfare benefits and be their money outlet? Those who want to do, don't just hand them money. Why don't you just be a resource to invest into them? That way you have somebody not working for you. You have somebody working with you as a builder, as another leader. You have to take the mind in order to have a muscle, and that together you'll make a body at the end of the day. So if you just sit around and have people who don't have the money but have the mind to do it, yeah, you're going to sit there and talk in theory all day because you're scared to invest. You're going to fail. Failure is needed. If you're scared to fail and take that small portion out that doesn't work and keep the whole formula and just replace that, you're not going to go anywhere. You're not going anywhere at all.
Throwing out the baby with the bathwater.
Facts. So you got to sit down and open the books, and everybody's not going to be a leader in one field. You got mathematicians, readers. You got people who good at both. So you're going to have to sit down and turn this bitch into hogwash for your black selves and hot damn break up in divisions and like just take over. How you think they're doing this war every day, but they're doing it intellectually. They're playing you by your mental, and your mind is the #1 $1 million asset at the end of the day.
Okay, and so what we want to do now, like I said, if you like what these people are saying that you see on your screen, all you have to do is search their name and you'll be able to get to where you need to go. All right, Bobby, my question, I'm talking to Bomani. Right now, I think people want to know during these times, how can Community Link, your plan, how can it help is what they want to know. How can they use it right now?
All right, so like I said, it's a foundational program to bring us together. So I'm about to explain it right now, but just to go back to what Bobby said, once we come together, now we got the numbers to finance our entrepreneurs. Now we got the numbers to come together and say, okay, this is how we want to go to our city council meeting, and we want to let them know this is how we want to spend our tax money. You know, we don't want them just embezzling our money, sending it to where they want it. We want these programs. This is how we get school choice back into the system, but it's how we fix everything. Everything comes from numbers. Numbers is power. So when we bring our numbers together, we have power. Community Link will do that. So to quickly explain how we're gonna set Community Link up real quick, is first I want everybody to email me. First thing I want you to do is Google city council meeting in your city, whatever city name, whatever city is, go and put city council meeting in that city. Then I want you to email me the time and the days that you have your city council meetings every month. I'm going to go through these emails and figure out what city has the most people watching right now that tunes in and emails me. Once I figure out what city has the most people, I'm going to fly out to that city and I'm going to start Community Link in that city. The way Community Link works is we're going to go door to door, and I'm going to do it myself at the beginning for all you guys. I'm going to show you guys how to get rid of fear and how to talk to people, but I'll do it myself. We'll go door to door, and I'm going to talk to everybody on your street. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I get in contact with everybody. Now, my original plan 2 years ago was to get everybody's phone number because everything's so hot that may not work. But anyway, get in contact with everybody. We're gonna choose a leader on that street. That leader is gonna make sure he knows everybody on his street. That one person. Now, like I said, back in the day, I wanted to have that leader have everybody's phone number. The reason for this is then we're going to go to the next street and do the same exact thing. We're gonna have one leader on this street, and then he's gonna get everybody's phone number, or just we might have a little meeting the day I'm there. We'll talk about that later. But the purpose of this is go for it.
Hey, look here. This ain't no. Hey, listen. I'm trying to keep this real, how it's supposed to be. Don't come in here promoting no music, man. Do not tell nobody to follow you on Instagram, man. This ain't about no music right now. This the problem. Sorry about that, Bobby. Go ahead.
All right. So, say for example, we got the first street. We have a leader, a captain. Now we get the other 4 streets surrounding his street. They all have captains. This one leader has the phone number of each one of those captains around his 4 corners, right? So now at any given moment, he can call those 4 men or 4 women, those 4 leaders, and have access to each one of those streets. So with 4 phone calls, he has access to over 100 people. And it's going to be a grid that's going to overlap, and it's going to allow us to grid out our entire city like this. Now, the purpose of this is, at the beginning, like I said, we may not get phone numbers. We may just have a little meeting, come together and powwow. But we're going to get to know each other, learn each other's names. And then we're going to go to that first city council meeting. Okay. Now you're going to know the people you're going to this city council meeting with. And now we're going to start linking up and bringing out our ideals in this city council meeting and letting our city council leader and our mayor know these are the ideals that we want to enforce into our government. We want you to enact our will, because they're our public servants. We just don't have the numbers to have that power. But anyway, we're going to make sure that they allow us to infuse our will into our local government. And from there, we're going to build so much more. So to start it, I just want you guys to take this first step. And as you're thinking right now, fear will stop you. You're going to think about, oh, man, I don't know if I can go door to door. Don't worry, I'll do it. I don't know if I can meet all these people. Don't worry. It'll be easy once you get there. You have all the power you need in this moment. If you think about the future, you're going to lose all your power. Don't worry about it. You can make an email right now. Go to gmail.com. Email me at bobbybomani@gmail.com. Tell me, when is your city council meeting and what time is it this month? We'll go from there. I'll do the rest. Just follow that first step and we'll build.
First step is always the most difficult. And this is the time of truth. This is the moment of truth. If you truly do want change, this goes back to an old video I made when I talked about how, a nigga will go to prison 1,000,000 times for selling dope. And every time he go in, he thinking about, oh, I know what I did wrong. I'm finna get back at it. I know what I did wrong. Nigga fuck 1,000,000 hoes and never stop. Like, every relationship that failed, but he continue to do it. But you tell a nigga to fill out a goddamn job application, the motherfucking computer take too long to goddamn load, man. Fuck that shit, bro. I'm gone, my nigga. I'm gone, my nigga. Fuck that shit, my nigga. That guy, I tried, my nigga. Fuck that. And see, but that's the way we're programmed. And this is why I feel like this is so fucking important to bring this right here to your chest. It's fun to get in the comment section and say about the reason we need the reason why we're going through this is we're not Hebrew Israelites, so we need to find a lie. You're not following and all that good shit right there. It's so easy to state all the problems, but soon as you got a man who's saying, I'm willing to spend my own money, all you got to do is put your body there. What you gonna do? That's what I want to see. The man putting everything on the table right now. Made a whole plan for us. All you got to do is put the pieces together. That's to say, what's going on in your city? What's going on in your city? It's that simple. It starts from here. This is the solution to our problems. If we're tired of getting murdered by the police, it's time to do something.
Hey, can I
The
say something?
protesting ain't working.
You mind if
It's
I say
time for
something?
us to get these folks to work for us. The man just said they public servants. They serve the public. We have their vote. Yeah, I'm not with no more of that talking in the comment section. He did the research. He know how to do it. So why can't we, you know what I'm saying, handle business? Go ahead, Cash.
Shit, it's basically up to this, y'all. You either want your children 5 years from now living in the same shit you living in, or all the stuff you glorified that your elders did, you can set your children up for. But in between then, they're not giving you shit. All you doing is picking somebody who gonna drag you through the mud either way. So your ass can sit there and go paycheck to paycheck because Andrew Yang said by the year 2025, niggas is gonna be the #1 majority homeless population. And you think they playing with your asses? Look how fast they evict you real quickly. This ain't no game. And you got to learn deep shit. Like you do. You got to learn what Western European indoctrination is. That's what you live under. You think you mad when you go to the courthouse and they don't listen to you talk. Imagine you saying the shit we're saying, but you don't get no respect behind it because you try to use it in court. So you keep thinking they playing, and then when you get pulled over by the police and you wonder why they're killing black people, to them in their legalese book, like he said, you don't want to get into that. Black doesn't mean a person. It's a color. So on a whole nother level, the words you use daily does not mean shit to them when you're up against them. They're on a whole nother field, like literally.
And when you say that, you know, when you speak that, man, you know, the thought that comes across my head immediately when you say that, I start thinking about sovereignty. Could either one of y'all tell me about is there any truth to this sovereign citizenship?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So to be sovereign, all that simply means is that you own your own land, you have enough guns to protect it, and you can create your own food. What we have to get out of as people is looking at the system as though, for one, it's perfect, and for two, that it isn't evolving. Okay, our system is evolving every single day. I can go into the history of how we got to this point. I'm not going to do that. It's not necessary. We are not weak. We are not at a disadvantage. This system is not trying to destroy us. I'll give you a perfect example. If I get convicted of a crime and my judge through the law has a maximum minimum sentence of 9 to 15 years, and me as a black man, he gives me 15 years, and then a white guy goes in and he gets 9 years, that's not the system. That's the person in the system. The same with right now, we're looking at the Democrats cheating right now. You can love Biden and Kamala all you want. I'm not tripping. But we see they're cheating. We seen the same thing last year in Florida when Brenda Snipes she had to step down because they were caught cheating in Florida. So the system works. You know, everybody who says, oh, my vote don't count, it's because you don't understand how the system works. The system works just fine. We are not paying attention to who's in the system. That's why we're being abused by the system. I can use the system to abuse people. You know what I mean? If I know how to use the system. But if you don't know how to use the system, we're going to lose. So I need people to get out of this. Everything's against us. No, it's not. There are people in power who don't like us for a lot of reasons. You got white people who ain't ever even met a black person before and only know about black people through what they've seen in rap videos, through what they've seen on movies. And of course, they're going to stereotype you. Just like you got black people who don't hang out with white people and only know them based off of what they've seen in movies and on TV, and they're going to judge them based off that. But once you guys go to Pure Power, watch that first video. Like I said, this is facts, scientific. I'm not talking no emotions, scientific. It's going to show you how to get out of that fear so you can look people in their eyes. This man can be a white supremacist and you can look him in your eyes and say, all right, I don't mess with you. You know what I mean? But you can also look at a guy who got a teardrop on his eye, got spider webs on his elbow or a lightning strike, and look at him in his eyes and say, what are you? And he say, no, I'm not a white supremacist. No, my best friend black. But you didn't judge him before you even talked to him. So we're about to be able to look people in their eyes with no fear and figure these people out, and we'll find our enemies.
You just touched on something real heavy, man, and since you touched on that, we got a lot. Hey, yeah, go ahead and block this nigga Stepper, man. I don't know how you niggas is coming in here tonight of all nights and want to fucking promote and all this shit like this. Yeah, we're gonna get all you niggas out this bitch, because I'm tired of y'all niggas, man. Y'all niggas all this crying and whining. Y'all the niggas who in the street with that protesting shit. That's y'all with that shit. That what type of nigga y'all is. But look, here's the thing, Bobby, when you said the cheating in Florida, that's something that people don't want you to speed past. What are you exactly saying when you say that?
All right, so what happened 2 years ago in Florida? For one, we know a bunch of the House members from the Republican side stepped down because many of these House and these Republicans and Democrats have the same exact agenda. We call them rhinos. They're the same, But anyway, in Florida, they were the Republicans were up in all races pretty much. They were up with Santos and Gillum. Gillum ended up losing; he was a Democrat. But the Republicans were up, and then in the middle of the night, about 1 o'clock in the morning, a bunch of somebody came in with a bunch of ballots in the back of a hatchback, car, and they brought them in suitcases. And so there were poll watchers out there, and they started, putting it up on social media, showing pictures of these people bringing in these illegal ballots. And so they went ahead and went and did legal action and looked into it through the law. And they found out that Florida was cheating and bringing in fake ballots. And that's why Brenda Snipes ended up having to resign. So you guys can just Google Brenda Snipes cheating in Florida, and the story will come up.
And so you're saying, who are you saying is doing that this time?
The
and
Democrats.
Also, you're saying the Democrats are doing it, and you're saying, is that why the people, the Proud Boys in them, are saying that if Trump loses, they're going to storm the White House?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we already know Trump won. Trump is, no one's voting for Joe Biden at this point. People are only voting to get Trump out of office.
I gotta talk to you, Bobby, and this is why we gotta have this conversation, because as he said, we not talking with emotion. It doesn't matter what side of the I've already told you. I feel like Joe Biden is the fucking devil. This nigga did way more fucking racist shit than motherfucking Trump did. But even if he is more of a racist, if he had more tangibles than Trump, then that's who we need to fuck with. We voting with our mind and not our. He said nigger. Man, that motherfucker putting real shit, but come on, man. So that's what it's about, business. And I don't want to hear none of that goddamn, he a racist, when the fuck you go to work every day and your shift manager is goddamn racist. When you go get your actual check, them motherfuckers is shaving hours and everything, and you still won't quit because you want your retirement. So don't talk about fucking racism in the fucking White House when you dealing with racism in your house. Don't do that. So here we go. So I'm talking to him right there with that, Bobby. But Bobby, what I want to ask you was, how do you know? Because I see both sides are doing this. Both sides are saying Trump lost, and then both sides are saying Biden lost. They're saying, Trump, go ahead and get out. It's over. You lost. And then the other side is saying, Biden, you lost. Get the fuck out of here. I'm wondering, how does anybody know who won?
Easy. All right, before we speed past that, I don't want to get done like Ice Cube. When we had that first interview 2 interviews ago, and you asked me, should I vote? We vote Democrat or Republican? I told you, regardless of who you vote for, we still in $30 trillion of debt. Both parties did that. So we got to take back the government. We're not looking for leaders. We're not looking for Trump or Biden to lead us. But as far as how we know what's going on, okay, so we got cases in every single state. But we have cases in Arizona right now, Arizona and Pennsylvania and Nevada, where they're giving out Sharpies. Back when you used to, take tests at school, they told you use a number 2 pencil. That was because you need a specific type of pencil for that machine. Anyway, we're told when we vote, use pens because that's what the machine is set up to, process. Now, when you start using Sharpies, it bleeds through, and then sometimes you can't tell if a person voted for Democrat or Republican because that thick Sharpie bleeds through. Then we have another situation, and go for it.
Oh, here it is. All right. So obviously, felon can't vote, none of that shit. So I don't know what it looks like. Yeah. What is so it's you vote on a paper ballot?
Yeah.
It's not okay, it's not computerized.
But especially now it's not it's not supposed to be computerized ever, but right now what they've been doing is they've been using a lot of mail-in ballots. Those are by paper. So they just sending ballots to everybody. You can move to a different state and your old house and still get a ballot. So people stealing those ballots and turning those in. But yeah, it's a paper ballot. So even beyond that, the biggest thing that we're looking at, I believe this is in Pennsylvania. So at 10 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, Trump was up. We thought Trump had everything sealed up, thought he was going to win. About 4 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock at night, they shut down the voting. They were like, hey, we're done counting. We're going to start back counting tomorrow. A couple hours later, 2 or 3 trucks roll in with a whole bunch of ballots, 130,000 ballots. 100% of those ballots were for Joe Biden, which is impossible. Every single one was for Joe Biden. So anyway, the pollsters, the people watching it, they start putting it on the internet, putting it on social media. It blew up. Trump got a hold of it. Everybody's seen it. So Trump went and filed legal action, and he said, hey, we're supposed to be a Republican supposed to be in there to watch what's going on, and they're not letting us in to watch. They told us they were shutting down, and then when we left, they came back and started counting again. They got all these extra ballots. So anyway, what happened today was the courts ruled that we get to that. Not we. I'm not gonna say I'm a Republican or anything because I'm not. But the court said that the Republicans get to go in there and watch. So what the Democrats did was they start putting. They said they get to get within 6 feet. So they put construction paper up over all the windows, so you couldn't see what was going on behind the desk. And all the ballot machines that were in front of the window, they moved them to the back, so nobody could see what's going on and behind those cardboard boxes. So we know they're cheating. They do it all the time. That's why when you guys say your vote don't count, it's not the system, it's the people in the system. The people being cheated. You're being cheated in every single way. Black people are in there cheating us too. Just because they black don't mean they for us. So we're
real talk.
And that's just what it is.
Man, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the chat, and they are going fucking insane. They're saying 3,000 were for Trump.
It's mathematically impossible to have a city cast their ballots and every single one be for one candidate. If you get 3,000 straight ballots for Trump, then Trump's cheating. If that happened, Trump's cheating, or that county is cheating for Trump. But that does not happen at all. It's mathematically impossible for you to get all ballots for one candidate at any given time.
Listen what this fucking stupid motherfucker just said. Trump's whole team is white, and y'all for real think Trump is for y'all.
No, we don't think
out of all this shit. Hold on, because out of everything that we saying, I just told you, you retarded bitch. I just fucking told you that it doesn't fucking matter. You go to work for a month. You don't give a fuck at your job if everybody in that bitch white. All you care about is how much you get paid an hour. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the goddamn issue. Bobby just told you. And see, that's why he's so necessary. Motherfuckers is so goddamn emotional on anything. So you saying you can win the lottery and the motherfucker handing you the check and call you a nigga and you say, I don't want that shit, man. Fuck that shit. You a racist, man. Fuck that shit. No.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. You a racist. I don't want no goddamn money from you. You a goddamn lie. You a goddamn lie. You the same motherfucker that believed that because Obama was black, nobody died during his goddamn tenure. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
This is the problem with our community, and I'm not mad at anybody who says those things. Look, that's why I tell you to question me. If you believe whatever you believe, tell me. I will explain these things very clearly for you. But what you got to understand is this system is a system that we can use and we can take. It's imperfect in every way, as all systems are. It's the best one we got. But if we don't use the system will use us. So when you keep saying Trump is white, in the black community, we say, okay, I'm gonna vote Democrat. Well, what you're essentially doing is you're saying I'm going into a negotiation with two parties, and I want to know which one can do the best for me. This guy say I'm gonna give you $1 million. This side guy say I'm gonna give you 1,000. You say I'm gonna go with the guy who's giving me 1,000, which is a Democrat, because that's who I'm gonna always go with. You have no negotiating power. So if you aren't paying attention to politics, then of course there are going to be people doing like the Democrats are doing right now, sneaking ballots in, putting in little bills to put the Federal Reserve in, putting in little bills to take the money that was supposed to go to a homeless shelter to put into their pocket. It's going to happen all day.
And here's my man just came and said, ain't Biden white too? Exactly. And I guess his thing will be, and you know, it's so fucking crazy to me because is niggas really that fucking retarded? So you saying that Biden gets the most white black person that you can get? Bobby over there tripping, man. Look at Bobby, man. Get your goddamn ass, stop tripping. Real talk though, man. Hold on, we ain't laughing right now.
Love y'all out there, man. We good. We good. We gonna make it.
Look. So Biden goes and gets the whitest black person that you can ever get with Kamala Harris, the most the whitest black person, of course it's gonna be a black woman, but not to say there aren't black coon men, but they're gonna allow the black woman to go fast. That's always been a tactic of theirs to keep the fucking, we're gonna keep the black woman right here because we feel like we can control her. You know what I'm saying? And so you get Kamala Harris, the whitest black motherfucker that you can find, and that just, yeah, well, Trump's whole team is white. So you're saying it wouldn't even matter, as Bobby just said, it wouldn't matter if, yes, Trump's whole team is white, but all of those white people are doing everything for the black community, but Obama is doing everything for the gay community? You will go for that just because of that? Don't get me wrong. When Obama first came, let's go ahead and get him elected so we can, and that's the symbolism and that nigga and me. Let's get that first black president. We want the first black president, so let's get that symbolism. We got a black president not doing shit for us. To be honest, I haven't, I could have been, we could have had Bill Clinton for all this goddamn time. I haven't seen no change in shit. And that's why we don't participate in this shit as street niggas, because that shit don't change nothing. The price of dope don't go up, nigga. You still get the gas. You can get you a blunt of gas for $10, you know what I'm saying? And get you a gram for 20 up this bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's still the same thing. Red Blood still go for $5. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be broke motherfuckers. Like, nothing's gonna change on that tip. But for a motherfucker to really just say that, to say because Biden his team purposely put a white black bitch on side of him just so that for the imagery, so you can see that and say, oh yeah, he's for the black community. Oh yeah, you don't give a fuck about how many motherfuckers he didn't incarcerated. What's the word when you do more on this side than that side? When you arrest more black people than white, what is that called? Like
favoritism shit.
No. Like when you
that's what I would call it. Shit, you picking more one than the other.
Yeah. He overly is biased, but like he put niggas in jail for the crack after they, Gary Webb exposed it. The government put the fucking dope there to fund a fucking war, and then you charge us with that. He was probably the motherfucker that got Gary Webb assassinated.
True.
How in the fuck does his evil get wiped clean because he get a fucking bitch who on the same shit? This hoe done arrested more motherfuckers than Cooter Brown.
And she don't even claim black unless she on TV.
I mean, to show you guys what we want to do.
Yeah,
first,
disproportionately
arrested black people.
Yeah.
Somebody said that I'm not for reparations. That's why I want you guys to challenge me. See what I'm about. Don't just say what I'm about. But on a bigger tip, when we say the government, when we say the white man, this is what you're going to find that's different about me. I'm not going to use those words. I'm going to dial in, okay? What we're looking at the CIA. We're looking at the FBI. We're looking at people that we don't elect into office. We're looking at individuals in Congress. We're looking at individuals in the Senate. We're actually looking at the people we're dealing with. We're not just throwing out a random word to encompass all of everything, because then you won't be able to sort things out. You'll never be able to figure out what's what, okay? So when I tell you that we can take back our government, you have to understand that what I'm talking about is a revolutionary ideal that has never been done in America. America was founded as a government for and by the people. This is the first government on the face of this earth where the people can rule the government rather than the government ruling the people. The only problem with this is because we just now got the internet and telephones and things like that, there was never a way for the people to infuse their will into the government. So we've always had to choose between two parties, and we had to go with their agenda, their platform. For the first time ever, we have the power to infuse our will into the government, regardless of what any man in that government says. If we have the numbers, their words don't mean a thing. So we have to stop downplaying ourselves like we're weak and like we have no power here when we have as much power as we're willing to take. You say George Floyd shouldn't have nobody standing on his neck. Why weren't you standing there with a Glock 17 on your hip telling this cop to raise up? If all your guns are illegal and you can't be a threat, you don't have to fight. You just got to be a threat. Well, I think it was Woodrow Wilson who said it: walk with a big stick and speak softly. If you can't fight back, you will be abused. So stop using that victim mentality of we don't have any power. You see them fighting for your vote right now. You saying your vote don't count, but they're fighting for your vote. Obviously, they want it for a reason, because it counts. Now, did you have anything to say, Bobby?
Yeah, I just want to be honest. When you said somebody said you wasn't for reparations, is that what you said?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just make it clear to black people, especially the ones of yourself who call you niggas, y'all not gonna see no reparations. If you keep waiting on that shit, you're not seeing it. For one, that's a whole nother subject on why you won't see it. And he's not talking about that. That's something you have to get with me with, because that comes with a definition of a character that you don't even want to hold. Instead of being called a nigga, you might want to be called a Negro so you can get those reparations. So, like,
shout out to that boy, Manohar Raja, whatever terrorist name he got. Get rid of
worldwide, baby. We're gonna change the whole world, y'all. Don't worry about it.
Get rid of government assistance and Planned Parenthood, and black single women will lose the incentive to raise. That's real shit. Shout out to you, my nigga. That's real shit, and you know I've been saying that shit. You know, I've been saying that. That's about our boys and raising our children. And that has a lot to do with what Bobby's saying, because the reason why we're going to have a hard time getting people to do and act is because of what they've been taught at home. As I was, blind and in the street, I wouldn't be watching this show right now. Unless it was a street nigga talking, and I can, and that's why I think it's such a blessing that I was able to break through to speak to, street niggas or whatever like that, because this shit was not important to me as I was out there popping pills, robbing, stealing, and selling dope. It wasn't important. But now, as I'm, grown and got my shit together, it's important that we find a way to fix this shit. And I say that to say it's so many other lost black boys that feel the same way. Either they're in the situation I was in, which in the street running, give a fuck about whatever, you just fucking hoes and popping pills, getting high fucking hoes, or you're in prison. So they take us out in that way. And that's why, Bobby, I listen to what you say, because I think you say that we're not going to be, do you say this? Don't let me put words in my mouth, but are you saying that we're going to have to work with other races?
I mean, race should be an issue. You know what I mean? Race should not be an issue. That's okay. I will stress it again. Pure power, first video. The reason why race isn't an issue, if you look at Black Lives Matter, there's more white people in Black Lives Matter than there are black people. Okay. And
gay people. And gay, that's the Black Lives Matter. That's some bullshit. I'm with it because it's about black people coming together, but that's some dyke hoes.
That's not our movement. But my point is this. You have to get rid of the fear that stops you from looking people in their eyes. I can, just as easy as we can judge everybody, we can be judged. You can judge me just on how a white person can look at me and see my beard and say, oh, he's this, he's that, and not mess with me. A boss at a job can look at me and say, oh, look how you dress, I'm not hiring this guy. So just the same way you looking at people stereotyping, same way they're going to do for us. But the point is, because this is a nation with 500 million guns, and it's either fix it or go to war, we have to sort through the BS. So we can't have the fear of stereotyping everybody. We got to see who the white supremacists are. Y'all know in prison right now, you got the Aryan Brotherhood. I don't see any of y'all trying to eradicate the Aryan Brotherhood. You know what I mean?
They're not ready to go to war with them. I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's another. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm not even mad at them. I'm not mad at nobody. I'm just saying, if you want to go into that mode where you want to attack all white people and that's just what it is, go for it. Yours 13% as men and women, black men and women, they're 60%. That's a war you're not going to win. But my point is, if we get out of all this fear of each other and we go ahead and we how do you say it? We vet one another. Just because you black don't mean you with us. Just because you white don't mean you with us. We're going to vet you. We're going to see who you are. We're going to see what you're about. We're going to see who want to build. If you want to build, we'll build.
Y'all heard what Andre 3000 said. Is every nigga with goals for the fall? And is every nigga with dreads for the cause? Not at all. So don't get caught up in appearance. It's a Quimini, another black experience. Y'all heard that, nigga? Like we can't, and that's how the fuck Fred Hampton and all of our leaders were murdered because a nigga that looked like them.
That's what it is, man. So that's what I'm saying. If we slow down, just slow down just a little bit, people, we can take steps to gain real lasting power, to create a legacy. But right now we're running headfirst into a brick wall. I kid you not. You guys are not looking at geopolitics. You're not looking at the social credit system in China that they're trying to bring over here. You're not looking at them taking the guns. Go for it, Bobby.
I don't mean to cut you off, but to even tell them about a social credit system will make them shit themselves right now, because if they keep thinking they're going to be calling it balling with a check, no, your credit system is about to be paid on how you act in society. So if you're not a well person in society, that camera is going to hit your paycheck very healthy, very, very healthy. Like, I'm sorry, he's not telling you nothing new, but everything is changing. You need to learn how to make a trust fund in order to go into digital world. Everything is about to be like a matrix type soon. And they have a hand in on AI to your brain chip. Elon Musk have made a brainwave technology to where you can, it's called Neuralink. You think Black Mirror was a joke? No, it's called Neuralink. All that stuff is already here to where you can AI your body already. So if you think he lying, no. By 2025, Andrew Yang already said the black population will be the homeless population.
So that's a fact. Now, what we gotta do is we gotta understand that we are in danger right now, you guys. We're literally in danger. They're taking guns from every single country. Canada will have no more guns in 2 years. They took all the guns out of New Zealand. Ain't no guns in Europe. What they're setting up is something that we will never be able to get out of. This is a wrap. Once they put this new system in, In 1917 on Jekyll Island, I heard Big Facts talk about it before. That's where they created the plans for the Federal Reserve along with Rockefeller and these other guys. On December 25th, 1917, where everybody was celebrating Christmas, they went ahead and slipped that in. That is the reason we went from being a debt-free country whose currency was backed by gold to now being a country in $30 trillion of debt whose currency is just paper. It was a Ponzi scheme. If you think that was something, what they have for this next level doesn't even compare. So I don't want to scare you guys because there's no reason for fear. We are the strongest thing on this planet. They are weak. They have nothing for us. These people run us through emotions. If you get into 48 Laws of Power, get into Art of Seduction, you'll see these same emotions they're running you by. They've been doing it to people for centuries. They have not changed any of their tactics. They're not as powerful as you think. They are not the boogeyman. This is not a cartoon. The almighty Illuminati is not going to take over the world. We are going to destroy ourselves, and they are going to create something on the ashes of what we tore down. That's what they're going to do. So if we slow down, don't look outside. Don't worry about what's happening in the rest of the world. We got that. Let's build at home. Let's build power, and then we won't have to worry.
But y'all builders in somebody else's word, and you're not even gonna get the experience any of it because you're gonna stress yourself to death. You're not just sitting about thinking. Like, you gotta think about it. Everything around you was created off you. Why do anybody control anything need any of this? They need you. If everybody wanted to end the government, all you gotta do is literally quit going to work, start trading to one another, then pick up another type of currency and keep everything well. Boom, that shit's over with.
We put the value in the money.
Facts. And money is not even real. Rockefeller owns the money. He owns every big bank that owns every small bank. This man can wake up right now and take a shit and be like, I need the $40 trillion, go to the Federal Reserve, walk in there and watch it be printed like it's toilet paper. It's not real.
I see a comment right here. He said, how are you going to say we can't win and then say, call them weak? Oh, we're going to win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I promise you we're going to win. I've been training for this for a real long time, you guys. And that's why I say, I want you, what you guys are saying in the comments, come to me, hit me, email me, hit me in my DM box, call me out. Tell me your grievances. Tell me what you think is wrong about anything I say, and I will give you the facts on it. I promise. I put that on everything on my life. I am not playing. I am not going off belief. I am not hoping. We will win. I give you my word.
I know we're gonna win. It's a fact.
That's and like I said, that's the reason why I felt it was important to have you on, because to be honest, like, my nigga, I don't know exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know exactly what's going on, and I damn sure don't know how to fix it. I don't know what's going on exactly with politics and how all that shit work. You know what I'm saying? And I damn sure don't know how to get no, you know what I'm saying, no law passed. When I was doing the Me Too movement, I was depending on the people who had more knowledge. You can't be fucking serious. I would depend on people who knew the law. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make some change. And I don't mind following. I don't mind following at all. I feel like any good leader needs to be able to follow, especially when they don't know. You know what I'm saying? This ain't my land of expertise, and this is why I divert to you and cash and anybody else who has, you know, knowledge that can be, you know, proven. Of course, everybody just can't come up this bitch and just say whatever. You know what I'm saying? It has to be. This has been a while coming. I think we've been rocking damn near 2 years, feel like, you know what I'm saying? And you've been in there for a while. So once again, you see how he bringing it. You see how he coming. We went a little over tonight. One thing I do not want to do is make no long live to where you cannot feel what he has. Grump, I'm gonna need this one. I'm gonna need this one stamped, because it was so many good points tapped on in this motherfucker. I might have to change the title. I might not have to. Well, I'm telling y'all rap niggas better come on with that promotion shit. Get on my new political track. What you mean, my nigga? The man just told you, dog. The man just told you, hit me up in the inbox. We're not doing that, dog. Stop that shit. Like, niggas don't know when to stop fucking playing. Come on, my nigga. This ain't no time to promote.
Hey,
We're just damn.
Let me say one thing before we get out of here too. I do not want to miss this point. But
go ahead.
I told Facts a couple shows ago I had diabetes about 2 months ago. I reversed it in 3 weeks. I know how to reverse diabetes 100%. We'll talk about that on the next show. So make sure if you have anybody that has diabetes that you know of, make sure they watch this show next week. I'm definitely gonna get with my ladies, all my ladies that can throw down in the kitchen. I'm gonna get with my chefs out there, my guys. I need y'all to help me build some recipes out of these food, these ingredients that we use to cure this. This is all Dr. Sabi's knowledge. It's not mine. And one, I have to say this for legal purposes. I'm not a doctor. I'm not practicing medicine. Anything I recommend to you is merely just a recommendation, and I suggest that you talk to your doctor before using it. But cinnamon, 100% aloe vera juice, turmeric, garlic. It's so many different ones. Like I said, we can turn it around easy and get it out of our community forever.
Dog, that's so crazy. That's so crazy because this morning, I don't know why this shit came across my mind, but I was thinking, like, everything we need is really already on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything we need is already here. Like, it was all like beets and oranges, and like they were already here. Everything we need, and it just got complicated, you know, as we compounded. But as I said, y'all see what we doing every Thursday. We talking about real change. If Bobby's not telling me that people are coming to him, then I'm telling y'all, motherfucker gonna suffer about that shit, man, because I'm not bringing this to y'all for no entertainment. Entertainment is for the rest of the shit. This right here is about changing some shit. I'm gonna be the first one to go check out my city council. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the first one to do it. So don't come with that plan shit. I got a lot of smart comment people. I need motherfucker on the ground, on your fucking feet. Stop while they goddamn talking, man. Bobby Cash, you got anything for us before we go?
Shit, all I want to say is if anybody trying to tap in, literally, not that fake king and queen stuff, I respect anybody who follow that, but just come holler at me. My man beside you got you when it comes to the surface of things on like the high economic levels. I got you on the spirituality of things. You see the good side, you see the other good side. There's no bad in this. Like yin and yang, there's a good in the bad and bad in the good. So you got to take what's going on bad now and make the good out of it. So when the glory comes, you can make it rain on motherfuckers how you need to and how you want to.
That's right. I appreciate everybody for coming out, Bobby. I appreciate it, Bobby. I appreciate it. The two Bobby Cash, I might have to bring you back next week, man. We'll see what's going on. But I'll get with y'all in a minute. I appreciate everybody. Y'all get y'all shit together. We out of here, man.
All right.
All right.